Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nick Gray, the High-Tech Traveler. These two devices here are the OnePlus 6 and the HTC U12 Plus, two of the newest Android smartphones to hit the market. In a previous video, I compared the performance of these two devices in a speed test, but today I'm going to be comparing their cameras. But before that, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you want to see my upcoming review of the OnePlus 6. And please feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more camera comparisons like this in the future. So let's take a look at the specs. Both of these devices have a dual sensor setup on the back for those portrait mode style shots. HTC's comes with a 12 megapixel main sensor that has an f1.8 lens with electronic and optical image stabilization, and a secondary 16 megapixel sensor with an f2.6 lens with a 2x optical zoom. The setup on the OnePlus 6's rear cameras includes a 16 megapixel main sensor with electronic and optical image stabilization, and a secondary 20 megapixel sensor, both featuring the same focal length and f1.7 lenses. For its front-facing camera, the OnePlus 6 has a 16 megapixel sensor with electronic image stabilization and an f2.0 lens, while the HTC U12 Plus actually has two sensors up front, both of them 8 megapixels with f2.0 lenses, and this means that it can capture portrait mode selfies as well. Both of these phones can record full 4K video at 60 frames per second with the main cameras on the back of the phones, and 1080p video at 30 frames per second with their front-facing sensors. So now that we've gotten all of the specs squared away, let's take a look at some side-by-side comparison shots to see how these two devices actually perform.
We can't go. We can't go.
Made it back down to the bottom, to the ruins at the bottom. But this is where we were for our view before. Do you want to go back up there? See the river again?
No.
Made it back down to the bottom, to the ruins at the bottom. But this is where we were for our view before. you want to go back up there? See the river again?
No.
Lunch is gone. What did we eat?
Delicious pizza.
You all done?
Yeah, I'm stuck. She didn't even eat a whole piece. Pizza.
Lunch is gone. What did we eat?
Delicious pizza.
You all done?
Yeah, I'm stuck. She didn't even eat a whole piece. Pizza.
We're down by the riverfront again. Do you like this area with the river?
Yeah.
The shops and the restaurants? Did you enjoy lunch?
Yeah, it was yummy.
It was yummy. You didn't eat much though, you never do.
I only ate one piece.
One piece of pizza.
No, I didn't even finish it. Mariah finished it.
It's cheap to feed this little girl. We're down by the riverfront again. Do you like this area with the river?
Yeah.
The shops and the restaurants? Did you enjoy lunch?
Yeah, it was yummy.
It was yummy. You didn't eat much though, you never do.
I only ate one piece.
One piece of pizza.
No, I didn't even finish it. Mariah finished it.
It's cheap to feed this little girl. Here we are at the Mississippi River, St. Anthony Falls, right across from downtown Minneapolis. It is a windy day for sure. I'm sure you can hear that. And here we are at the Mississippi River, St. Anthony Falls, right across from downtown Minneapolis. It is a windy day for sure. I'm sure you can hear that. Here's a look at the video quality from the front-facing camera during evening shots. Sun went down probably about an hour ago. Still not pitch black, but as you can see, it's pretty dark, and neither of these actually do pretty good in this condition. The video's really grainy. Here's a look at the video quality from the front-facing camera during evening shots. Sun went down probably about an hour ago. Still not pitch black, but as you can see, it's pretty dark, and neither of these actually do pretty good in this condition. The video's really grainy. And here's a look at video in the nighttime from the main cameras on the back of both devices. And here's a look at video in the nighttime from the main cameras on the back of both devices.
While HTC has always been a top performer when it comes to smartphone cameras, OnePlus has gotten significantly better with the OnePlus 6. That being said, I think the HTC still comes out on top in this comparison. White balance and saturation and color accuracy are all better on HTC's device, but the OnePlus 6 does come really close. The one area that the OnePlus 6 truly struggles with in this comparison is with selfies, and that's not even considering the HTC U12 Plus's portrait mode selfies that it can take. On the video front, it's really hard to decide which of these two devices is actually better. The HTC U12 Plus does really good in daylight shots, and then the OnePlus 6 seems to have the advantage in low light. But the one thing that I know I do prefer is the wider angle lens offered by the HTC U12 Plus, especially when using the front-facing camera. So now my question for you is, which device do you think has the better camera setup? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to see any of my upcoming videos as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.